Hi everyone, Bandana here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very special video. I have been eagerly awaiting this for quite a long time. Welcome everyone to Sanctuary Shattered Sun, the next Supreme Commander. Okay, you can call it the spiritual successor if you want, but let's be realistic. Chris Taylor is never going to make another Supreme Commander, I don't think. So this is it. This is where we go from Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. I'm just going to pretend Supreme Commander 2 doesn't exist for the moment. Supreme Commander and Forged Alliance is probably one of my favourite games of all time. I love the community work that was done for Forged Alliance forever. And, you know, it just keeps going. And I reinstall it every year or two and play it again because I just enjoy it that much. And there's not many games I do that for. And there's not many games I get really excited for these days. I'm a bit older now. When I was younger, I used to get excited all the time, but it's just not the same. But this is something a little bit special. Now, this is a pre-alpha demo. So it's not feature complete. There's lots of units missing. It'll be buggy. Obviously, it's pretty bare bones to some extent, but it's completely playable. It's less bare bones than I expected. When they sent me the email and said pre-alpha, I was like, oh, hang on. What is there going to be to show off then? Actually, there's quite a lot. I'm genuinely impressed how far they've come compared to what I was expecting. Now, it has a few different game modes. So there is a survival mode. There's like a wave defense mode, where the enemy sends units at you and you have to build up your base and defend against that. There is a sandbox mode, which is, as I might say on the tin, is basically a load of units spawned on a map. But what's special here is they've added the ability to fracture the Dyson sphere, which is what you're playing on effectively. The maps are on the Dyson sphere. And also change the weather system on the map. So you can freeze the map. So freeze the water and turn it into land, basically a solid mass, and drive your tanks over it. And obviously that freezes the other areas of the land as well and turns them from green to, you know, snowy areas. Now, these were features that they weren't sure they were going to be able to do unless they had enough funding. So I'm assuming they've got enough private funding to manage to do it, because it's in. And it's really cool. I was hoping I could do it and record it at the same time, but unfortunately I didn't know where these things were going to happen on the map, especially the fracture. So when I tried to record it, and my initial reaction, I wasn't actually looking at where the fracture happened. So we will go back in and redo that. And then there is a benchmark mode. I ran the benchmark mode last night, and the benchmark mode, I was getting a good solid well over 100 FPS, even when there were thousands of units and, you know, all those calculations going on the screen. I could drop that by zooming right in on the battle and seeing all the special effects. And it would drop to 50s and 60s when I did that. But you're literally talking about hundreds and hundreds of units on top of each other, bumping into each other, and loads of special effects and explosions going off at the same time. So to get that FPS in Unity with that much going on in a pre-alpha state is really impressive, because bear in mind that all of that will likely improve as time goes on and they adjust all of the special effects and things. So I'm genuinely quite blown away by how well it runs, because I didn't think Unity was capable of this. But apparently it is. So kudos to the team and Ironheart and Media, because it's very impressive. So what we'll do is we will go into the sandbox mode and I will show off these special features, which are obviously quite exciting, and they'll be a lot of fun when the game releases, because it'll allow you to do some very interesting things, especially if they manage to do the other one, because they were going to do freezing and unfreezing, and also the ability to change the climate to make it like a desert instead, to make the water go away. Whether they manage that, I don't know, but it'll be pretty cool if they can. And then once I've shown you that, we will do the survival mode. I will pick one of the factions, because you can play as any 3 of the factions. Obviously, they're all missing units and buildings and things, so it's sort of potluck what they'd get and what they don't get, but we'll do one of the factions, and we'll see how long we can survive. I'm still getting my head around it all. Bear in mind that it's not balanced. A lot of the features don't work in terms of, I think, like power going from the power production facilities, the power plants, to other buildings. The little lines are there like they were in Supreme Commander, but I'm not sure it does anything yet. But lots of fun to have a play around with. It is single player only at the moment. I will just mention that in case I didn't already. But let's hop into the sandbox and see what we have there. As you can see here, you just click on the scenario and we get the faction EDA, we get easy, and then we can change the map. And then we can choose survival, sandbox, or the performance demo. Let's head into the sandbox. Now, this demo, or the pre-alpha demo that we're playing right now, is available to their Patreon subscribers at a certain level, I believe. And it's now being handed out to content creators like myself who have previously signed up for it because we were excited. Obviously, we signed up pretty early. I don't know when it's going to be available to the public, so I will just mention that. Please excuse me, the controls for the camera are a little bit odd at the moment. They will obviously get reworked, so your arrow keys move you around, or the middle mouse button will move you around, and then spacebar allows you to angle the camera, but it will spring back. But look at this here, by the way. Look at this huge unit. So they have different levels of units. They have what you would consider your T4 super units. You remember those from Forged Alliance. And then they have a unit class above that, which is effectively T5. And that unit, your commander pilots. So you know your big commander that's already a robot itself that someone's piloting usually? Well, that will equally pilot an even bigger unit. So as you can see, there's just an ongoing battle here. So what we'll do first is we will freeze the map. And I think I'm just trying to get a camera in a nice position. Let's go here. And I'm just going to hit F2. And you'll see gradually this sort of explodes and everything starts to turn white. All the water freezes. It's a pretty cool effect, right? I'm really impressed they managed to pull it off. I'm going to let go of the spacebar and we're going to spring back up. There we go. And then I'm going to move our units across that, because now we can drive across it. We can zoom in on our units. It is very cinematic. And we will engage the enemy as we get closer. That's our artillery coming in. And then these little tanks will engage these guys. There they go. The effects are really good already. But this is like... This game has some major screenshot fodder, right? Just... Look at the shields and stuff as well. And the shields look different for each of the factions. There's a command unit. I'll zoom in on the command unit and give it a little look around. And bear in mind that, you know, nothing is final in the game yet. So it's likely models and stuff are going to get reworked again. But they all look pretty good already. I'll zoom in on these things just to see what's happening. You see that these are the chosen units. Very Aeon in their look, if you ask me. And then I think our units are basically effectively the EDF, you know. Earth Defense Forces. Big chunky things. And then I assume, if we go to the other side of the map, the yellow ones... Yeah, these are the third faction. So, basically they're the Cyberant in all but name. With the spider bots and stuff. Look at those how cool are these shields? And look at their energy generator and stuff. There's some serious detail on all of these buildings. You can see what I mean about the energy lines going from the power plants to the various objects. I'm not sure if the functionality of what they should do is there yet, but obviously the graphical part of it is all there. And obviously we have heavy artillery and stuff knocking around. All of this has been destroyed by the artillery. So what we're going to do now, anyhow, I'm getting carried away looking at stuff because it looks very pretty. And when I was playing it last night, I wasn't zooming in quite as much because I was busy trying to play the game. This is one of those massive units, by the way. Look at that thing. It's just showing off some of the special units. As you can see, these are from different factions. But obviously they're just there so we can have a look at them and play around with them. So we've got like spider bots there from the Cyberant type faction. And then we've got stuff from the Aeon type faction as well. And this thing is obviously massive. And there are... this here... Are those just... Oh, they're just anti-air units. There are engineering stations as well that like have engineering drones and things, which you'll remember from various games of this type. I think what we'll do is set off the fracture. Now the fracture, I think, is going to happen about here. So we'll get in pretty close and then hit F1. So they released a little video of this before, but look at that. All the buildings falling into it as well. Which is probably one of the most impressive things, is the fact that buildings fall in. Look at that. And then all of the light coming through from the sun. And the intention is, I believe, that like units that fly through that, because obviously you can only have flying units go over that now, will actually take damage from the heat potentially. I think that's what they talked about. I'm not sure if that's implemented. Let's have a go at that, shall we? Because we got those... We have those flying units somewhere? I'm sure I had some... Yeah, there they are. Let's just see if they do take damage. I don't think they are. No, they're not taking damage. I didn't think that would be in yet. Wishful thinking. I thought I'd give it a test, but yeah. Isn't that impressive? Obviously, we need to see that on other maps and things, because this is like pre-scripted, but it's impressive that it works and that all the buildings collapse in as well. And by the way, we can turn this off. So if I hit F2 again... There you go. Back to water. And if you have units on there, by the way, they will sink at the moment. I don't know if they'll be destroyed. I mean, a lot of these units are obviously robotics, so I suspect a lot of them can just drive around on the seabed or the riverbed, whatever. But very, very, very pretty game. Look at these things firing. These are T3 artillery pieces. We'll go and have a look at them landing as well. Very pretty effects. It's almost like liquid. That's a strategic launcher. Hasn't launched anything. Can we? I don't think we can launch anything. Wait, is that... Oh, we can launch something. It says strategic launch. I can't target it, though. I don't think. No. Sad times. The nukes are in, or the explosions are in, but I guess we can't utilize this. It just says idle at the moment. But alas, let us move on to the survival mode. Okay, so the survival mode, we're going to try it as the Chosen. So there's the EDA, the Chosen, and the Guard. The Guard are basically Cybran, the Chosen are basically the Aeon, and the EDA are the EDF. I did it with the EDF, and I won it after a while. It took me a long time to kill the final unit that comes in. I'm leaving it on difficulty easy, because I'm still getting to grips with the game, and actually, by the end, on easy, it's quite hard. I'll leave the map on White Desert just because that's the one I've been playing on, and we'll see how that goes. Off we go. I will be doing stuff, and I'll try and explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So, starts very much as you might expect. We'll put down, shift-click to put down multiple buildings. I'm going to get bunch of engineers out. This engineer is going to head over here and start putting stuff down. Plenty of resource points on the map, thankfully. Although the enemies will try and destroy them, so it's not all plain sailing. This next engineer will head over this way, start building these up here. The music's very cool, by the way. This is all custom music for the game, so I shouldn't get in any trouble for having it in the videos. Zoom in and have a look at the buildings and stuff, because we're sort of at a slowish bit right now while I get the first engineers out. There's little beam throwers on the top there to build everything. I'm going to build these down here. Ooh. Misclicked. There we go. Now, you can do the whole build the power plants around the actual building, but it doesn't seem to change the power consumption of the building at the moment, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Let's put these down. These will get destroyed pretty quickly, to be fair, but we'll stick them down anyway. We'll rebuild them later. So, next thing we're going to do is start building just a line of land factories. Six down. So the enemies will attack from down here on the map, down here in the middle, and this corner. And it's random what comes out each time. It obviously gets more difficult as time goes on, but you don't know which side the big stompy things are going to come from. I'm going to put just a line of power back here. Ah, crap, I keep doing that. Still getting used to the controls. So I do that, and then I left click to get out of that when I've done the drag and drop one. And we'll build one of those there. Now, the aircraft are really good in this, but you don't get gunships till tier 2 or 3 for these guys, so I think it might be tier 3 for these ones at the moment. You will get them earlier in the final game, when they add more stuff to the demo, but at the moment it's sort of a bit of a waiting game. I'm going to stop building these now, and we will switch to building tanks, or artillery in fact, tanks and artillery, and just start sending them down there. It'll build one tank, then one artillery, and keep doing the same over and over and over again. I'm going to build a shitload of energy storage. and a shed load of alloy storage. Now this one is going to build tanks and send them down here. In fact, we'll start with the artillery. The next one will build tanks and send them down there. That one is going to build artillery and send them to the middle. That one is going to build tanks and send them to the middle. That one is going to build tanks and send them there. That one is going to build artillery and send them there. Spam units. Spam, 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 spam. We're going to start upgrading these as well. They cost more power than anything to upgrade. So you can see I'm minus 223 power at the minute. This is finished building stuff, so let's try and just build a line of power plants up there. Oh, here we go. The combat has commenced. Oh, why is the engineer down here? Shit. Must have been the last unit that was being built. Scouts are very fast, as you can see. As I say, they will destroy these early on, but we'll rebuild them. We need to get to tier 2 as well, so let's grab these two. Down here you'll see a tech center, T2 tech center for land and air, so we'll stick those down. That will allow us to upgrade the buildings. In fairness, we can actually just upgrade them anyway, I think, without that at the moment, but I assume you need to build the tech centers to do it in the future? Don't quote me on that. My lack of power is hurting me at the minute. I've messed up my economy very early on. It really helps once you get T2 power plants because they produce so much more power. These only produce 10. And I think it's 200 for the T2 ones. So we want to upgrade this to tier 2 if we can. Which costs us loads more power, but never mind. But we'll get there eventually. Things are still building pretty quickly, in fairness. Nothing too exciting coming at us at the moment, so... That thing... Oh, that's a T2 unit. Oh, it's T1. Really? It's firing so much stuff. In fact, it was firing loads of bits at us. Once you finish that, come and assist that in finishing upgrade. Probably going to be finished before it is done anyway. Let's move that down here now. I just like blocking off those areas for the time being. My economy is not looking great right now. Let's zoom in on these while I'm... these are little tanks. There's the artillery. There are other units you can build, so... you can see here there's the engineer, there's the scout, there's... I think that's a fast unit, but it's not available yet. And that one at the end is an anti-air unit, but it's currently not available either. Those are finished. Let's get this finished so we can get some T2 power buildings up. And then we can just wildly start upgrading the mass or the metal. The alloy. Is it alloy? This is an alloy extractor. Send these just out the way. Right, so let's start building T2 engineers. Here we go. Get all these guys right up in the face of the enemy. These are tier 2? Yeah, tier 2 fast units. Rapid fire weapons. So they take a lot more damage. We have survived again. To right click and hold right click to reposition units sort of in a line. Just drag them across. Let's get a proper power thing up. T2 generator. As soon as the plan is down, anything else can assist. So I could like put a plan down using this at the other side of the map, and then if my commander is there, he can build it, which I think is quite nice. Once we get the power up, it will make a huge difference for us. No. Build another one after that. That's what we'll do, is build shield generators here as well. And then like Tech 3 artillery, which will hopefully help defend. These guys get Tech 2 and Tech 3 guns. We're now plus 300 power. Once we get this built, we'll be plus at least 400. And then I'm just going to upgrade all of these. Screw it. Let's go. Get them upgraded. Unit spam does work, by the way, especially early. It's just later on, the units that come out are really nasty. Can we get another one of these down? Not really. Stick one there. I just keep moving them about so that they're a harder target. Plus the stuff that comes will soon be getting nastier and nastier. You come and build a... Give me that. Right, good. Let's get over here. Come with me. So that... Can that go all the way to tier 3 straight away? I think we can go to tier 3 straight away. I'm going to build one more engineer and then hopefully go to tier 3. Obviously tier 3 stuff's expensive. So it has good points and bad points. We're not really at the stage to be able to build tier 3 stuff, but it'll be handy to have a tier 3 engineer. Just when you start pulling down better stuff in terms of the defensive buildings. But you can see how long it's taking to upgrade with our current minus 75. This thing still building is energy storage. So what other things can we build then? So you've got extractors, energy generators, ally storage, energy storage. You've got a point defense, you've got an air defense, you've got radar, you've got the tech centers as well. Okay, so that did upgrade. Let's build a T3 engineer. These are nearly upgraded. Once they're upgraded, we'll do the next set. You can see they have a little arrow above them to say they're upgrading currently. And when they reach tier 3, they have like a gold bar under them. So we'll just do all of those ones next. So all these T2 ones I'm going to move away because I don't want to confuse things. I'm going to move them down to the front because what I'd like to do is put down a little fire base. So we'll put down that, and then we've got a single small shield, and then we'll put down some tier 2 guns. And then right over here there's also tier 2 artillery, so we'll put some of those down just to help for the moment. We're going to need tier 3 stuff long term. So here's our tier 3. We're going to build a tier 3 power plant. We'll use our command to help that. This means we get a nice boost to our power straight away. No messing about. Obviously, we've just eaten all of our alloy supply doing that. But we've got plenty of units knocking around now, so we can hopefully defend for a little while. The concern is when very nasty units come in. Tier 3 and special tier 4 units. You can see those tier 3 engineers have the little gold bar at the bottom to show that they are tier 3. The explosions and things are very pretty. I'm sorry I'm not zooming in on them much. I just got to concentrate on getting the economy working as well. I'm going to break these off. I'm going to let one guy finish that. Do this. Those are nearly done. I think what we'll do after we'll leave one building that. I'm going to move these two down to the front lines, because the next thing I really want to do is start upgrading all of the mass things. These ones are nearly done, so once they're done it should allow me to do maybe this entire side, at least a big chunk. They're nearly done, surely. I think I've slowed them right down by building this in the middle. I could, of course, just do that and speed things up a bit. They're very, very close to being finished. Come on. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now you can do that. And then I'm going to do that. Which again is going to put me in negative, but it'll get that. Still got loads of units on the go, so happy days for the moment. There, T3 units coming in now, so this is more of a concern. It's a T3 artillery piece, so we're just going to charge into this because it's going to destroy multiple units at once. So we just need to get in on top of it. Our defensive structures are engaging now as well, though. We're okay at this side. Just need to kill this tier 3 unit. There we go. Job done. Happy days. How's our upgrades going? Slowly at the moment. I think what we'll do is try and finish this off quicker. Won't speed up that much, but they will reserve more resources for this job, so it will speed up a bit. Which means these will be going a bit slower. How's this guy doing? He's still building his huge lines of storage. I think what we'll do is these guys can move along here now, and we'll put down another T2 there, and a little shield next to it. And then again we'll put a row of artillery, and then the guns actually in front of them this time. Makes too much difference. It's just an extra layer, but they'll get destroyed very quickly when the heavy artillery and super units come in. Sadly, they are quite effective at destroying our stuff. We're going to build some tier 3 air factories because we want to be able to utilize the gunships. The tier 3 gunships are very useful in these games, I've found. And then we'll eventually start building some... I'm waiting for one of the big units to come in to show you that. Let's just move these forward. These guys can build the tier 3 defenses. Let's put a couple down. Obviously they're getting quite expensive, so... These are nearly done now, though, so that's good. They're building those at the back. We're still negative. We can select to build tier 2 stuff. So here on tier 2, we would have fast units and mobile shield generators, but we can't build those at the moment. They're still locked. We can only build drone carriers, which I'm not quite sure what that does. I didn't really see it doing much, so I'm not sure it's fully implemented. We get AA, but at tier 3, we get the... tanks, and that's a tank, that's a sniper bot, and that's anti-air. We don't really need anti-air. Oh, that's mobile artillery. Oh, hang on, there's usually anti-air at the end. Well, there's no anti-air in this list. Okay, that's interesting. Well, in that case, let's stop building those for the moment. Let's build one of each of these. Send them down here, so we have some tier 3 units down there. I'm going to send 2 of these builders down here. You notice they can now build tier 4 as well, so we can build the super units. The EDA doesn't have any of these yet, but these guys can build the super units. I think that'll be linked to these tech buildings at some point, as you can upgrade those to tier 3 as well. But I think at the moment it's not implemented, so we can just build what we want. Let's select every other one of these on the map and upgrade them. So everything will be at tier 2. Got so many units here now. There's literally too many units in that side on the right here to fit them all in. So I think they're literally to left. It's because those guys are building stuff there as well. Let's upgrade this to tier 3 instead. So we'll just get rid of that. You come and build. I don't know what I want to build at the minute. I need all of these to finish upgrading. Guess what I should probably build is, after those are built then, let's build tier 3. Is that enough room to build a power plant? Yeah. If you build that, build these. So we have some tier 3 factories on the go. I might prefer to just take their time. As you can see, you've got fighters. There's lots of fighters. There's scouts. We don't have access to the bombers yet. We get the gunships, though. I won't start building them yet, just because I want all of these resources in play first. What's in my head, by the way, is that shortly, very nasty stuff is going to start arriving. And we will be relying on this stuff a bit more. I'm going to put a big ass shield 2 down. There's something big. Can we turn around and look at it? Spider bots with laser cannons. You can just see them melting the units in front of them. So that's the start of the nastier units. Spider bots with lasers. That's tier 3. See how much damage that laser did. It just went through everything. See, I'm a lot less units than I had before now. I think what we'll do is upgrade this to tier 3 and utilize the workers to assist. That is a tier 3 engineer. Oh, there's 2 up here already. Okay. What I'm going to do is just put down That. Everything's a bit slow at the minute because these are taking a sweet time to upgrade. And I'm trying to build far too much stuff. My economy is not capable of doing what I'm trying to do at the moment. Let's just build that one shield for now and then stop. It'll just help protect this area. As I say, the enemies are just getting stronger and stronger now. So we need to start getting T3 stuff out. That is a T3 tank there. We got these guys over here. These are almost done now. And this one is also almost upgraded. After we've done that, we'll move on to the next one as well and just start upgrading these in the middle. Because we need to be at a stage we can afford to start getting bigger units here. Because these guys... obviously, you're doing a lot of damage to us now. And I'm obviously not producing quite as many units because I'm spending a lot on upgrading everything. Don't follow my economy build. It is not good. So that produces 10. These ones produce 4. So it's a big upgrade going to tier 3. There we go. We're a bit better now. We should be moving a bit faster because we're at plus 23 while building. These tier 3s can build a new shield generator here. And then we'll get them to build tier 3 guns down there. We need to build more energy. So the next job is another one of these. Actually, let's put a shield generator down. And then another power plant. Then they built those up there. They'll build the power plant next, and then all of these. Get them involved in this. We'll have some decent T3 defenses there. There you go. You can see everything turning and firing now. That should really help. Just because they have a decent range. There's something nasty here. Or maybe not that nasty. I was thinking there was a big unit coming in. I need to build one soon. Otherwise I'll be in trouble. This side's looking a bit worse for wear. I might send them a bunch of these units. Just because I've got plenty in the middle still. Oh. That artillery piece is escaping being hit at the moment. So I've got my T3 units I can call on. I reckon we upgrade all these to tier 3 now. That's nearly finished. They're building that there. It's looking good. I think we grab our tier 3 builders here and we stick down another shield. And then we'll stick down another shield there as well. Did I build a shield up there? I did. Let's build a power plant next to it. Obviously when the power plants go up, it's a mess. So just have to keep that in mind. But multiple shields is good. Those have built that power plant there. Let's stick a shield next to it. Maybe one there, and then we'll build T3 guns. along the edge of that to assist. And I'll build T2 artillery behind it, just because the T3 stuff is massive. I'm very lucky at the minute that nothing bigger has come, because I think I would struggle. You know, we're kind of managing with just spammy tier 1 units at the minute, but there is definitely a limit to how effective that's going to be long term. It's just that I can churn out a lot of them. Ooh, that way to make sure they're facing the right way, I think. This should help, though. Just getting like defensive buildings down really does help. And we'll let that build, and then we'll put down another shield in front of it. The problem is, once the big units arrive, the super units, then it doesn't help quite as much, is the problem. We want to get this one built. They're nearly upgraded now. Any little bits of help we can give them is pretty good. But we've got at least an excess of resources at this point, so we can keep plodding on. That is a little mobile artillery. I think we'll put down a few more guns here. Some of those T3 guns. As I say, once the big unit arrives, it's not going to help us that much, but for the moment, it's going to upgrade all of those independently, and then we're going to try and get to a stage where we can build a super unit. This is going to be a bit of a, we're just going to throw our units in. There's a super unit, look. So that is why we want this bad boy, or these bad boys here. You can see we've got long range artillery, we've got walkers, we've got sniper bots. Sniper bots have a longer range. We need to spread these units out though, because this thing, there we go, the artillery and stuff is wrecking them. Defenses work. Defenses really work. So we need to make sure we're building plenty of those. But you saw the massive explosions from the weapons on that thing. And that's a small one. There's bigger ones. At the end, we get a huge one coming in. So taking a while to upgrade. I wonder how much it'll cost us. So there's no icon for this one. So that's a T4 strategic launcher, but I don't think it works yet. We've got a T4 bot. We've got a hover bot. We have the big bot. We have the mobile shield, which is T4. And we have a gunship, a T4 gunship. Kind of want to build that. They're expensive. They're all really expensive. I was looking for a cheap option, but actually there aren't any cheap options. These ones, that's cheap. They're the same price, the gunship and that bot. Let's build the gunship. Get the commander involved. There's something big again, is there? Yeah, over this side. All of our T3 stuff needs to move over here. That is huge. I'm slightly worried. It's going to melt through that shield pretty quickly. Put another shield down there. Ooh. The T3 tanks and sniper bots are very helpful because they can attack from quite a long range and do a lot of damage. Put down another power plant. And put down another shield generator here to try and stop them destroying the shield generators. Remember building patterns of power plants and shield generators in Forged Alliance and Supreme Commander. There we go, I managed to make that -10 now, but these ones have all upgraded, so we have a lot more coming in, and we've also got some reserve built up. These guys are now done, so what we're going to do is go tank, sniper bot, artillery. And we'll do sniper bots and tanks. And the last one will do sniper bots again. These guys need to be attacking the big thing. How's our gunship going? Not ready yet. What we're going to do is all of these are going to start building gunships. And we'll just send them over there for now. See, those defensives, with the assistance of the T3 bots and the artillery from the other side, makes a huge difference. Down a few more of these guns because they really were working very well. The T1 units are now just kind of cannon fodder, so we'll probably stop producing them soon. I'm going to build power plants all the way along here, look. How are these going? Nearly built with that now. That is upgraded to... let's get that to tier 3. Once these are all upgraded, which will be soon, I'm just spending too much resource. What am I built? Oh, it's because I started building units. So they're using a lot at the moment, which is fine. I'm not too worried about that. Just looking for wherever a big circular unit. There it is in the middle. Look at that blast. Focus fire that down, please. Look at this thing. It can't withstand the firepower of this magnitude, though. Yeah, it's almost dead. You can't gather resources from the wrecks as yet. Just mentioning that. Let's build some more turrets here, because this really does seem to make a difference. At least, oh. There we go. What we're going to do is stop production on all of these. We'll upgrade them to tier 2 and then tier 3. Just like that. And I'm going to grab all of these up here. And upgrade them. I had not upgraded those ones at the top to tier 3. Obviously not. Our gunship is nearly complete. I'm expecting amazing things from it. It's probably going to do very little. I'm going to be very sad, but never mind. Let's start building a Stompy robot. Get some focus fire down on that. These engineers should probably build some more turrets over this side. Oh, this isn't looking great, is it? Let's move a few more around this edge. I'm going to have a bit of a wait for these upgrades to happen. I'm going to get those to assist since they're not doing anything at the minute. It's not going to speed it up that much, but every little helps or some such. I mean, I'm churning out a lot of units now, to be fair, even if it is going a bit slow at the moment. Apologies. There's a bin truck outside, so it's probably going to make some noise. I'll endeavour to cut it out if I can find it in the video. Minus 260 at the minute. Wow, that must be because these guys are helping. Though it is going faster, definitely. Okay. Looking pretty good so far. Oh, we're off again. Where's the big round one? There it is at this side. Can all of you focus fire that? And half of you focus fire that? Do I need to bring the big gunship in? Maybe. Just because it's in a funny place. Look at the blast off the cannon on it. It's like an artillery piece. Here's our gunship. Oh, wow. I don't think the gunship did all that damage, but look at the gun on that. Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. I've not seen that fire before. That is pretty cool. So, looking pretty good on these. They're nearly upgraded. And how much is left to upgrade? All this side's done. So it's just this side. And those ones are upgrading at the minute. So we're going to be in a pretty good position really soon. We've got a load of these. They're just all on top of each other. So we've got loads of gunships ready. Obviously, the bigger stuff that comes out will start having anti-air attached to it. So that will cause issues for these guys. For a while, I had backup in because I got 50. I can store 50k of the alloy, and for a while I had a lot stored. Not anymore. Look at those special units or something. They have some kind of shield on. Oh, this is wave 20. Oh crap! This is the final wave. Yeah, there's the super unit. Look at it. So, if I turn this around, I think this unit is possibly the one with the commander in, who actually pilots it. I'm not sure if it is, or if that's yet an... I think actually, no, that's a T4 big bot. I think there's a T5 one that's even bigger that the commander pilots. So you see how that's just annihilated my defenses, though. I realise I'm not sending everything at it. I am about to. We need to kill the one in the middle as well. So we'll just finish that off first. That one's dead. Let's grab everything and send it at this guy. Don't get stuck off the edge of the map. Don't get stuck off the edge of the map. There we go. I have had a few airships get stuck off the edge of the map. See, it fires at air units now. I do like when you press space, it removes a lot of the HUD stuff. We should have done this without too much issue, to be honest. It is taking a lot of damage. I currently have excess. I don't think it's even going to move from the edge of the map this time. Last time it was in my main base and it took me like 10 minutes to kill him. Which was really awkward. Oh, he's off now. Look at the gunships. Fire everything! He's just like melting my ground units. It's got artillery on top of it, it's got guns on the front, it's got anti-air weapons. It's a nasty piece of kit. Send everything at it. Need this finished. I've got excess resources. Let's send these guys up to help build it. Ah, it's almost dead. We're not even going to need it. Didn't even build the Tech 3 artillery that you can put in your base. Here we go. Go stomp your robot. It's going to be over before you get there. How's that looking? Oh, he's done a lot of damage to my gunship. Look. That's down. Victory. I'm really impressed with the gunship. The Tier 3 gunship. Very pretty with its purpley pink balls of plasma. And there you go. That is the Chosen on the defense map. But yeah, a lot of fun. I'm sorry I didn't zoom in on loads of the buildings and stuff. It's going to be a case of getting used to the game a bit more first. And then we'll have a tour of the buildings and things. But thank you very much for joining me. I hope this was mildly entertaining. I hope you're all looking forward to this game as much as I am. I will do some more videos playing as the other factions as well and try out the other maps. And we'll see if we can gradually increase the difficulty. And thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you all soon.